Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 4:30 p.m. Where's my thing that tells me if OBS has crashed? It's missing. I'm missing an OBS window. What the heck? Where'd it go? Anyway, how you doing? How's it going? Good to see you. Glad to have you today. Today, just gonna give you a little timeline. Today is the 20th for me, which means that this is a timeline that I'm working out also for myself. I have 5 days of regular recordings, and then I would like to get 7 days of backlog left, which means in the next 5 days I need to record 12 episodes of Monster Train. Am I going to do them two at a time? No, probably not. What I'm thinking is one of these days I'm just going to wake up and start recording and just don't stop. So if you notice a change, it's probably going to be why. I'll most likely tell you if I'm doing that. You'll know. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope you're all prepared for the holidays. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm mostly ready, I think. Thinking about it. I turned in my last assignment. It's finally over. I've been turning in what I thought was the final assignment for like a week, but I'm done. I'm out. Semester's finished. I think I have like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that to hit the road. Or before I, not hit the road, 2 or 3 weeks to relax before I have to go back to school, aka what I was mentioning as hitting the road. Where is my window? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause. I need to find my OBS setting. There's like a little window that tells me that I'm recording. And when the OBS crashed yesterday, it told me that my disk space was undefined, which meant that I just need to keep an eye out for that. I'll be right back. 1 sec. Alright, I found it. Now, let me ask you your question for the day, and then I will begin the episode. You ready? Alright. So, I already asked you about your Spotify Wrapped, basically, or just what was the song you listened to the most in the year. I'm gonna go on to game now. You know how it is. I do like to hear about the video games you've been playing. What game would you say is your favorite of the year? It doesn't have to be a game that came out this year. It can be a game that you just started playing this year. No real restrictions. Most of these questions, they're pretty open-ended. You can justify them however you want. I think for me, it's a bit of a toss-up. I'm really liking Teamfight Tactics, but only Set 6. I picked up Final Fantasy XIV and I had a very good time with that. Been on a bit of a hiatus, but also picked up Baba Is You this year again, and that was very fun. Anything else I played that's interesting? I got into fighting games this year. I started playing Guilty Gear Strive. That was pretty fun. Ooh, and Frostpunk was good too. Which one's my favorite? I don't know, actually. It's a hard question. I think I'd say Teamfight Tactics, but it's kind of close, and that one also has recency in the mind, so I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let me know what you've been playing this year, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today, we continue the trend. I am playing Awoken. I'm pretty sure it's been all Awoken forever. Maybe I'll remember to check the run history after this. Pushback Talos, Rage Fell, Sap Seraph, Glimmer Molded, and Snare. It's a good start. Glimmer and Snare both very nice. Molded fine. Less good because of primitive mold, but still fine. Winged Indulgence is fine. With a start like this, starting with Glimmer and Ensnare, I'm willing to try Explosive again. I'm ready to give Explosive its fair shake. I don't think it's good. I think that you need to... The trial should be fine. You need to find a good answer for Relentless, because Explosive sucks in Relentless. 60 damage per round is just not good enough anymore. But otherwise, I think it's okay. If I play Train Steward, it's going to get... or it's going to feed a damage shield. I will not. I am fine. I'm happy to play this because we have Glimmer and we have a decent number of early healing cards. I just need to find good I need more healing cards, I think, for one. I should have Glimmered top 4. I just took 6 that I shouldn't have taken. The odds are in my favor that I draw Glimmer again, although I guess maybe it's kind of close, you know? Take 6, because I don't have a whole lot of certainty here on the boss kill. And he does dampen my draws down a little bit. I would have hit Glimmer, so even with Glimmer, I don't even kill the boss, so that's fine. I think it's a tough one. Explosive doesn't have the greatest combat one, but that's fine. We're just gonna click healing cards, Restoration Detonation in the run. Purifying Cleanse, alright, well, take it easy there, pal. It's probably Wicklash. We saw with the we didn't see with the Prince run because that was the run that got the reporting corrupted. But I had a run where I used Wicklash pretty well as just a scaling card on a non-burnout unit. I'm happy to play Shattered Shell with Explosive Sentient. I think this is a good match. I do believe. And then we should probably go left. I'm down 14 HP. That's not too bad. Multi-strike for 110. Not a hard skip to grab multi-strike. No Lady of the House, no Wickless Tycoon for me. Multi-strike Shattered Shell, I'm in. Want to give him like... I'd like to see plus 10 piercing here. Although, I guess not now. Glimmer no longer is a card I want to be using to kill everything because of Shattered Shell. I'm willing to take a Purge Stone here. I don't foresee a whole lot of value out of Primitive Mold on this run, so we're going to take Purge Stones when they're shown for 10 pack shards. I think this position should be pretty strong. Avoid Spike's Trials. Sentient acts as a better Wendleton here. It's better Thornlord because she's only 2 space. And yeah, just kind of take it easy. Should be smooth sailing, I expect. I think it's worth. I'm losing scaling on the Shattered Shell for 50 gold, and I think it's worth. I believe. You play another Restore? Yeah, then Shattered Shell gets that kill. Whoops. And scroll first. In my mind, I made that play correctly, but in my hands, I didn't make that play correctly. It's 6 and then 12, right? So it's 18, I believe he does. Shattered Shell. That's okay. I believe it's right to leave the 4-1 as a kill for Shattered Shell. Not 100% certain. But I'm gonna do it. And we're just chunking the boss down where we can. It's not like I'm getting permanent scaling. This isn't a Steel Singer run or anything cool like that. What did he take it? He's taking 9. So yeah, the death here, I could save him by playing Glimmer, but it doesn't actually increase my number of hits because he's burning out on the same turn as he's dying. Actually, no, I think he would have gotten one more hit at 20 in. Yeah, it feels like I'm supposed to play Glimmer here, right? No, it actually cost me damage. Well, no, it didn't cost me damage because I did 20 damage with the Rejuvenate, so, you know. If you look at it here, though, what I should play is Wicklash, right? Because it's 24 times 2 twice, which is 96 damage. He's dying on... He's getting one more hit of 12 if I don't play Wicklash. Yeah, it's a little more. 88? Oh, it's 44. Yeah, yeah. I did the math wrong. I thought that was 48. It's 44. I'm not dead, right? You're at... 55? No, he only hits me for 5 per round, so I'm fine. Explosive Sentient having a pretty rough early game here. I'm just not drawing my restores on the turns where the boss exists, so it's a little rough. Big stink. Would have liked to have seen like a Wildwood Sap here, but no such luck. You could take Molten Encasement. In theory, I shouldn't need it because rejuvenating sentient, right? In theory. Maybe Drip Fall. Actually, you know what? I want to grab Drip Fall. And no healing. I would have liked to have gone to the heal here, but I think we're gonna go right. Firestone housing was pretty nice. No reason to take Split Anvil. I'm looking for Animus of speed here. Animus of will. With Firestone housing, it's probably fine. Oh, but I don't have any starting scaling for Shattered Shell actually. So if I take the Animus infusion, he's just gonna hit zeros nonstop. I think ultimately I want to give him Large Stone multi-strike or something like that. So what here? I take Vine Mother? But the body doesn't do much, but gives me a sting every turn. It's something. It's like +1 draw every turn. It's fine. Too bad I can't use Strength Stone here to overflow. I'm willing to play Bone Shine. I'm willing to take Bone Shine here. Just heal like 10 in the next fight, it might make a difference. In fact, Hallows, a little gross. A little icky. I feel like all I need to do here is live this fight, though. I think she'll be top 4 twice. I don't think you bet otherwise. It's a little scary. Yeah, because she does come up here and just push Shattered Shell to the front. If he dies, I can just start reforming him, though. He probably will die. I think it's fine because I have Primitive Mold. I'm down to just play Bone Shine, heal 15 here. Yeah. Good stuff, Bone Shine. So on this turn he dies and I need to throw a heal. He gets pushed away? I can... There's a line here. Let me sit up. I've been reclined, I've been chilling. Let me sit up and work this one out. There's definitely there's an order that you do this where my Shattered Shell lives. I think you Drip Fall the Apprentice and then play Glimmer Restore on the Sentient. That'll kill these two and Shell gets pushed back at 1 HP. Cause okay, so if you go through it here. If you just play Glimmer Restore on the Sentient and then Sting, right? You have a 4 and a 6, which is unlivable. I guess you could then Drip Fall the Foot Soldier though. That might be a little bit better because then you get all the kills on Shattered Shell, right? Let's see, you Sting, Glimmer, Restored on the Sentient, that's 20, 40, 50, it's exactly enough, he dies. Drip Fall this unit down. Yeah, you know what, I think that's better. Oh, alternatively, hey, you know what's a little cleaner here even? Check this out, you ensnare Drip Fall him, right? Okay, hold on. So you play Glimmer to take him to 7. Play Sting, play Restore. And then you play, because he's taking 6, you play Ensnare Drip Fall. And that gets all of the kills on the Shattered Shell. While keeping him alive and behind the Sentient. Beautiful. A lovely turn. That's also not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and start healing our boy up after that ordeal. This fight is still not good. Alright, don't get me wrong. Even with finding that, I'm still not in a great position. The upside is that Talos only does 6 because I'm low pack shards and I have Winged Indulgence, but the downside is the rest of the run. The downside here is everything else. I think my best play here is to pass the turn. I could heal this unit. No, I think my best play is just perpetually to pass the turn. Play my stings out. And now I focus on trying to heal to full. Yeah, focus on getting above 6 on Shattered Shell is what matters, and then full health here with any amount of regen. And thing, I have 48 per round, which is not a lot, but it grows a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna die, right? The damage output just isn't high enough, and Sentient doesn't have enough health to live here, I fear. And killing the Protector is just a pure loss of damage, because it's -3 on Shattered Shell. Sad. I don't think there was anything I really could have done here. I'm off by, what, 140, which is 42? Yeah. I don't think there's a whole lot I could do here. It just seems numerically very hard to beat Pushback Talos. Or just like numerically very hard to beat anything with the Sentient. Like, you have to have such a strong opener. Your champion is 25 HP and is worthless unless I get Wildwood Sap. Yeah, it costs you some damage. I don't know. Kill me and I won't pick Rejuvenating Sentient anymore. I really just think it's unplayable. I keep trying it and this is all I ever get is killed. I think it's like bottom 5 champions in the game. It's so bad. You just die. Like, you really just die when you play this champion. I needed to have enough money to put like a +25 on Shattered Shell or something like that, but I had exactly enough for multi-strike. Alright. Hey, Glimmer plus Engraft, this is a good explosive opener. Am I right? Yeah, Cheater's hand. No, I'm not playing it again. I'm playing Cultivating. I don't like Cultivating, that's why I've been trying to play Explosive, but like, Explosive is just unplayable. It's just bad, I fear. Cultivating's weak early, I'm not gonna click a Relic. I could probably get away with it. Armor 10 here, I'm ready to trade for my unit draft. We do have drafts in our opener, which is good. Yeah, so just slap yourself down top floor. I also think that this clan combo is not particularly complementary. That is another downside of this run. This clan combo does kind of suck. These two clans do nothing for each other. I'm actually just gonna leave the drafts as the only thing so that I get the extra cultivate value here because I have the primitive molds, which I can guarantee. And look at that value. Look at those drafts, just rip them apart. You could put Glimmer away. I wonder if I have put myself into an awkward position. Because the burnout's gonna hit on one of them right as the boss walks up, which is maybe not good. Maybe suboptimal. Yeah, one of these guys only gets one round off. 34 damage to the boss. Not great. Yeah, let's do some math. 27 times 2, you're gonna hit 1, 2, die. You hit here, here. Then you get 2 rounds. Roughly you're doing 50 per round, plus the cultivate hits. I think this is better than Train Steward. 154. There you go. This is a little tight. A little close, but we get there. 1 damage taken, not too bad. I think the draft play was the smart one. Yeah, sure, show me Wildwood Sap after I die on Rejuvenating Sentient to not enough regen. I'll pick Razor Sharp Edge. Pardon me? Formless child? In this economy? I guess. So... I don't know, you want to just like Formless Child infuse a draft and go nuts on that? Diligent Seraph means I don't get to have fun though. Because if you have Formless Child infuse a draft, you can run out of primitive molds and it's gross. But like, we have Cheater's Hand, which I also learned in the video that got deleted. Cheater's Hand is really good against Diligent Seraph if you have specific cards you need to not consume. The alternative idea here is Formless Child Infusion on like Husk Hermit, and then we kill and reform. Actually, probably better to do Shattered Shell because it dies easier. Then you just kill and reform it, or even better, give it Endless. I think I'd rather do kill and reform, but either way. Let's do Shattered Shell. I'm down. We'll do a Formless Child Infusion. Why not? They showed it to me early, we can play it. Endless, hey, there it is. I just wanted to check because this pick could have been Animus of Will, which would probably be a little better than Sweep, but it's not. So I will go ahead and I will use Formless Child on the Shattered Shell. He coughs when he dies. Did you hear that? That dude just had a nightmare cough on death. I don't think Buddy's okay. I don't think I need the Endless. I think it is Primitive Mold. And so I'm just gonna roll here. I kind of want to give him Burnout 1. Large Stone? No, I want to give him Burnout 1 Multi-Strike. I think. Although, maybe I should have given Endless and then we could just play him bottom middle and he'd start at 43. You know what, I bet Endless Multi-Strike would have been a little better. Like, maybe Multi-Strike Quick? No, it's like I need 3. I want Endless Multi-Strike Quick. Anyway, I'm not going to take anything here. Let's go. Unit draft? I don't need any more units. I have everything I could ever need. Formless Child. Oh god. Okay, so the Cheater's Hand you want to use to put primitive molds away? Oh wait, you just live? I want you to die. No, you're not supposed to live here. And then we just put primitive mold away. Reform primitive mold, use primitive mold to hit enemy. Do not play draft, I don't feel. Yeah, play draft with the collector. This seems kind of messy. Are you seeing it? It seems a little bit messy to me. Starting to wonder if maybe this was a bad idea. But I don't think that it could ever possibly be bad. Get these guys in. Maybe it's nuts. You know, it's a little early to doubt. Put away primitive mold. It's a little bit early for me to start doubting, don't you think? Look at how much cool fun we're having here. That's a 106-20. Holy moly. That dude's that's a 106 attack on turn 4 of a combat. Turn 5 maybe, I'm not sure. That's a lot of attack. You know what? I no longer am a doubter. I'm gonna pick Vinegrass. Okay, so 2 schools of thought here. You play the Burnout card to extend Burnout on your Shattered Shell for Relentless. School number 2, pick Molded. I actually fall into Molded strats, I think, here. Wicklash is out of the question because I shouldn't need any more scaling. I have plus 20 on death. So you're taking either a Burnout Extender or another Reform. I'm gonna take another Reform here. I'm gonna go look for Multi-Strike. Multi-Strike Quick is pretty good, because then you play him, he dies, and then you Reform him. Multi-Strike is fine, and then we just move. Value Stone, plus 10 Piercing. Don't really want any of these. Dante. Oh my god, we could have had Formless Child Dante. Sorry, can't help. That's too bad. That's a dang old darn shame right there. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I think that the best options for Shattered Shell in this position are Burnout 1 plus Endless, Quick plus Endless. These options are not options, by the way, not currently. But it's like, if he had Quick here, he'd be able to do this 3 times 2 damage that we're missing. And that's the problem, and that's what I would like to be working towards, but not really. Also, probably would not have played this line if I didn't have Cheater's Hand, but Cheater's Hand makes this significantly more viable. Missed the craft. It's okay. Yeah, Cheater's Hand provides a lot of value. I think my end game goal here for this run is to pick up a removal on every unit in this deck. 2, 4... Like, it's almost worth it to block this hit. I think it is worth it to block this hit, actually. I should have put Molded away, but it's alright. It's worth it to block the hit and just do 100 and something damage to Daedalus. Like 160 something. I think I could even just follow him around. If I play this, he's dead next turn, guaranteed. He's about to enter Relentless. Oh, not guaranteed. He's at my Shattered Shell dice. Guaranteed because I drew a unit, though. I almost took some pyre damage for that, but I didn't. That would have been a lot of pyre damage to take as well. It's okay, the deck's got so many options for that position. Oh, fuck Howard Halls. Ah, shit. Alright. Alright, game's throwing me a banger. So with Howled Halls, my endgame goal now is to play 3 Shattered Shells. With Quick. And hold over Howled Halls. I'm gonna take Draw. God, I feel like every time I try to play the Sentient, I just get something ridiculous. I either play Explosive and then die, or I get something just out of this world absurd. I'm gonna go left here. I would like to go right and go to the magic shop, but I also want to maximize my duplicates on this run, so I'm gonna duplicate now. Yeah, if there was a value stone here, it might have been worse to go this path, but I'm gonna go on in here and duplicate the Shattered Shell right now. Sentient, ooh. She's a draw relic, to be fair. I am drawing 8 per turn. Multi-strike is fine. I'm not afraid of much here. It's a really good Howled Halls draw. I just put it away and then play it next turn. Something here. I put the draft in front. It doesn't make a big difference. The draft can go into the Howled Halls rotation. I don't have holdover, so there's not really a Howled Halls rotation right now. I'm gonna continue putting it away, actually. It will stop this. Play, wait. I missed the collector, but it's okay. I actually should trade the wait for the collector there. This is the turn where I send Howled Halls. There's the team. Only one of them needs to live for the kill to happen. The sad part about this run is it's Diligent Seraph, so even though the deck is, like, I don't need to keep anything. I have to keep a bunch of cards I don't want to keep because Diligent Seraph. I could thin this deck against any other Seraph down to Primitive Mold, Hollowed Hall. Actually, just to Hollowed Halls. I could remove every card that didn't say Hollowed Halls from this deck and be okay. But alas, Diligent Seraph doesn't allow me to do that here today. Like this. Enemy actually hits me here. Well, he doesn't hit me, he just walks up to the Sentient and then I put a Shattered Shell up there. We can basically have a stored Shattered Shell and an active Shattered Shell. I can put one Shattered Shell top floor to catch anything that's gonna sneak by, and then one Shattered Shell to act as the current events handler, if you will. I think that as a rule of thumb, I should always put the molded away. Like, in this hand, even if they're on the field, like, even though he's on the field here, I think you always are supposed to put the molded away. Although, actually, no, not in this case, because I can kill Shattered Shell here and then get to replay him. So I should put the primitive mold away, because there's something in the dead pile. I can kill him, right? Yeah, but then I take weighted contrition damage. Oh, so I just put weighted contrition away. Okay. Because you go Razor Sharp Vine Grasp and then bring him back. And that gives you 250 damage to the boss man. A good little start, I would say. Probably Hollowed Halls kills, right? Yeah. Not a bad fight. Oh, good. Resin block. Just what I needed. Perfect. This is extremely good. I'm gonna press skip here. I don't think I need to add anything else to this deck. Maybe quick. Only one temple left. Large stone 25, 10 spikes, 3 quick. Yeah, one of them gets quick. Not really much of a concern. Probably give another one burnout 1, actually. Just get one always dead. Seems right. That way I don't have to think about going to steel shops anymore. Space Prism's cool. Is Space Prism cool? 1, 2... Yeah, it's probably fine. It's like, I have so much draw, I think I can afford Space Prism regardless. And let's go make 2 removals on Train Stewards while I'm at it. Two quick little removals for Train Steward. So Hollowed Halls is getting -1 and not Value Stone, and I'm taking energy from Arcus. Correct and correct. Would like to draw the burnout 1 Shattered Shell on this turn. Good. Make sure we don't put away Deadweight on autopilot. Keep that in mind as well. Make sure I'm putting away Reform cards on Reform card put away turns. Yeah, put away Primitive Mold. I can actually play Space Prism up here. You want to return Formless Child. And you play the quick one here. It dies to the Silent Marksman, but gets some kills. All good things to have happen. And this top floor one is getting a bunch of Cultivates, which is good too. A lot to like here. Start putting away Hollowed Halls when you draw it. Nice. So interesting that he kills that Harvest Man. I wonder if that's expected. I think that's expected, but I'm not sure. Put away Primitive Mold. Yeah, these guys scale pretty fast. They're at 101 and 118 on, like on Combat 5. Midway through the combat, they're this large. Oh, I just took 25 for no reason. Whoops. My mistake, my mistake. Won't happen again, I swear. Gotta keep your eyes peeled. Sometimes the game sneaks one by on you. He was so stealthed I didn't even see him. It's alright. I won't let it happen again. Bad stuff. Good stuff. So much sweep on this combat, I'm getting a little swept up. Know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I don't really... you know, I can take Wicked Blaze. It's like adding another reform to the deck doesn't hurt. That's a density choice. As much as I want to go duplicate, I need to go see a magic shop. My perfect world here is -1 holdover. You get the -1, that's a guarantee. I'm good with a permafrost as well, like freeze molded so I don't have to cheater's hand it. Oh baby. -1 holdover, duplicate the hollowed halls. Oh baby. What a banger. Volatile gauge. I actually like this works not. This is a non-pick. These are all bad. I'd rather have 25 gold than Infused Mallet. Infused Mallet can take an express trip to Suganda on the Ligma Airlines. And also Mark of a Champion is 50% of 0. All of these options subpar. Holdover Hollowed Halls, and I can't even drop it because I have Cheater's Hand. Like if I have a turn where I can't play it, I just put it away for later. Oh baby. Turn 1 Hollowed Halls, you're too kind. Monster Train, some days Monster Train, I feel like you're making fun of me. Feels like you're mocking me a little bit. Because some days Monster Train, you're just too kind. I couldn't possibly. Oh, I guess I will. Actually, I'm gonna put away Train Steward here. It is a Dark Shard of Curse variety. I don't think I care. Yeah, that one curse doesn't really bug me that much, to be honest. No, I don't think the Space Prism actually makes a big difference here, by the way. I was thinking about it. I don't think it helps much. I'm just going to press Hollowed Halls every turn and then follow it up by pressing end turn, I'm pretty sure. For the foreseeable future, there may be a fight somewhere along the line. Like, Diligent Seraph is going to require a little more out of me, but like, Incant Shard, who cares? We scale an obscene amount extremely quickly. If I didn't have the quick, it would be a little more concerning. I'd have to do a little bit more figuring, I feel. But with the quick, there's no accidental backline snipes a unit sort of situation, so we get to just absolutely cruise. What a ridiculous run. None of these are good. You could take Awoken's Rail Spike, but I don't think I need it. Maybe Intrinsic for it would be fine. I'd only really get to draw 2 off of it, though. Anyway, getting -1 holdover means I duplicate Hollowed Halls. Again, not gonna find myself in a position where I don't have the energy to play it because of Cheater's Hand. This whole run has been enabled by Cheater's Hand. Shout out Cheater's Hand. Plus 25 is good, but the downside is I don't always get this Shattered Shell killed right away. But I have Hollowed Halls, so I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, I should overflow. Maybe I take the Petrified Heart. Plus 10 to both, or plus 20? It's probably better just to take plus 25. Put it on the Burnout one guy. Yeah, I think so. I think that's a fine trade-off. And remember when this champion gave 3 draw at Cultivating 3? That shit was whack. I don't know how that got into the game. That shit was unbelievable. I scale, but I'm not sure if I scale fast enough without drawing Hollowed Halls early. I could eat shit on Fire Wings, but at the same time, I'm not really afraid, and I want to have 900 gold, so maybe it'll be bad. Maybe this is a wrong idea, but I think it should be alright. You're gonna go here, you're up here. This way I don't take a bunch of Ember Drain. That damage I'm doing doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna play like... Put away Restore. I'm confident that this will be fine. I am taking a bunch of Ember Drain. I should have put away Engraft, actually. No, I'm taking 2 Ember Drain here. I should have stored Engraft for later. It's okay. At this point, you just accept that Pyre Wings is living. I think you just accept it and you move on. Oh, also, I should have put Draft in the mix here. And that would have killed this Gilded Wing for me. Too bad. The Heaven Seal is having the effect I expected it to have. I cannot let the guy who's about to walk up, though. This has to be not allowed. So I'm going to put away a Hallowed Halls. I'm going to play a Wicked Blaze. 89 times 2. I think he's just going to walk up, actually. That's a lot of damage. I think it's like you have to play Formless Child and then Hallowed Halls this floor. And hope that the draft doesn't get put in front like it just did. I mean, it's what, 280. It's 5, 6, it's like 7. It's 8 hits. That's 80 damage I'm taking here. That's pretty gross. I missed it too. I had the kill, but I missed the draft play. I'll take my 80 damage. It's my fault. I'll accept it. Ultimately, I don't feel like it hurts my run that much. It hurts, but I don't think it's like run ending, you know? I just should have played the Hallowed Halls a little smarter. Acceptable. I could have stopped the damage that I took, so that's why I'm not gonna restart. It's on me. Wicked Blaze away. You get a little more suspense. Will I play this run out at a level that wins, or will I get too lazy and die? Will I brain off so hard? Acceptable. Elevator, the Divinity is a boss where this run would lose, except I have Sweep, right? Because I do need to kill bosses by walking up with them, but I don't have to do that to the Divinity because I sweep and kill the Divinity pre-relentless. This is a skip. I think I should take the stealth, maybe. Probably not. I think I'll be okay without it. I wanted to go see a duplicate, but I also really want to see removals. I wanted to see the duplicate to duplicate another quick Shattered Shell into this run. Put a third one in the rotation, but I think I'm just gonna go heal and remove. Because the best thing I can do for this deck is make sure I don't get put in a position where both Hallowed Halls are in the bottom rotation of the draw. Because that's very bad and sets you very far behind. So I'm gonna go remove all these units. First things first. Memorial Fund a little too late. I'll take the Firestone housing. I will purge. I think Glimmer is the worst card in this deck, and I will Value Stone Wicked Blaze. A nice even 100. I got 770 gold to spend. I'm just gonna spend it all on removals. I don't even care that it's Diligent Seraph. I want to get rid of 2 cards. Oh no, I'm gonna go buy a Firestone Housing, actually. I think that's a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Firestone Housing. I'll reroll so we can see what it was. Too bad. I wouldn't buy any of those anyway. Okay. I think we shall. I'll do the responsible thing and we'll go spend a little more money. Some -1s on cards. There you go. Now we shall. So, all I need to do for this fight is not throw. On a turn like this is a great example of what I have to do to win. I just don't consume a spell. Or, actually, you know what? I do consume a spell because I want to play Razor Sharp here and kill this first wave off. Softening this first wave is pretty good. If this wasn't the click, we would not play a spell there. But that was a pretty worthwhile play. So the next part of the plan is to make sure I always put away a consume card. Like, I always want to make sure that I use Cheater's Hand to store a consume for another turn. I should have just stored Hollowed Halls, but this is alright, I'm sure. I'll have to chase this enemy down, but it's fine. Yeah, dropping the Hollowed Halls there is probably not great. I'm gonna store Vine Grasp. We play Restore and Graft for the extra health. Or the extra energy, I should say. 89 times 2 quick can go hurt that wave. Burnout 2 Shattered Shell has to go clean up the top 4 problems. I'm a little out of sync, but it's okay. They'll resync when the top 4 guy dies from his burnout. Put away the Glimmer. Yeah, they resync on this turn. Because I don't have to replay top 4 on top 4. Right, because he's good. There's nothing coming up. It's a shame that this is the Stealth Seraph, and I should probably... Like, going to a higher pack shard on this run, I think would kill me because the Stealth would kill me. I believe. I should try to move down, I think, because he's not very nice, this Seraph. I'm gonna put Vine Grasp on top. I should eat Restore there, not Primitive Mold. I think it's fine. I think this one turn of hits should be enough. 766, it's probably good enough. Put away Primitive Mold, play Vine Grasp. Just double Hollowed Halls, right? Maybe put away Wicked Blaze on this turn is a little better. The idea is gonna be that if I don't kill Seraph, I'm just gonna reform one on the top 4. I think I should have actually reformed... I should have Space Prism the top 4 instead of Space Prisming mid-floor. So that I could reform both of these units, but... I also think I'm worried for nothing. If I get myself a position where the 82 health unit's in front, I want him... Actually, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's enough. Not gonna fuck around here, we're just gonna take the dub. Have enough attack to even overpower Seraph, so I think the Divinity should be no problem. It's like, we will be stable within 2 turns, or we'll die, but we don't get our draw slowed down. Because there's no curse enemies. I guess the mini-bosses could pose a bit of a threat. It's true. The Sentient's gonna be up there doing her best, doing her darndest. I think with Hollowed Halls turn 1, I should be on pace. Oh yeah, I'm super on pace here. What did we learn from last fight though? Space Prism should go top 4. And then the quick guy is just gonna kill everything himself. Yeah. think technically I'm missing one Formless child play. Yeah, you may have noticed, I believe I have just noticed as well. I could be, when there's a dead Shattered Shell in the Reform pool, I can Reform first to get an extra proc out of Formless Child. If you pull the Conduit Redirector to the front, I think the spikes doesn't hurt your floor. Probably won't. Pretty sure I'm supposed to just pass this turn. Let's see. It's 400 damage, so yeah, even if I Hallowed Halls twice, I'm still gonna kill them. It's 400 quick. Even if I give these guys 80 armor, it doesn't matter. I gave the Divinity 80 armor, I guess, but it runs in the bag from here. Banger run, by the way. Absolute banger. What's the big takeaway in this episode, though? What do you take away? Well, for one, Cheater's Hand lets you do some really wacky stuff. We got to be certain that we'd always have our Reform. Really, I love this relic when we're playing Exile Melting, because you can play Reform strategies with a lot more certainty, I feel. And he's at 25. Second of all, I'm probably not going to be picking Explosive Sentient again. Is it Explosive Sentient's fault? I don't know, maybe the champion's secretly good, but every time I play it, I just don't see it. Every time I play it, it's really just a struggle. Maybe you, but like, the problem is you struggle hard through the early game, and then yeah, and then you just die in the late game too. Like it's like playing Little Fade, but if Little Fade was really bad. That's how it feels. Anyway, that was a fun one. I'd recommend this seed. This is a banger. I think there's even there's probably plenty of fun things you can do with an early Formless child, and an Endless in the first shop too. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.